Rollers out 9 metres. It's a good track at Caulfield. G'day, Greg. How are you?
Thank you, Nick. Yes, it's easy to get spring in your step today. A lovely day in Melbourne, around 21 degrees, a good track. And as you say, some good horses coming back, particularly in the Sky Channel Memsie, and the McNeil Stakes, a terrific support event for the 3-year-olds. And altogether, a wonderful field, and let's hope the punters can be right on the mark. I've got a feeling it might be our day today. Well tried in the first is Prime Address, number 5. Bit shorter than that tote price at the moment. It's good value, number 5. Money for backdrop, too late in betting. That's firming all the while. There's Golden Yak going in. Field nearly ready. Coming up into the stalls now is True Response, and we await only Prime Address to move in. Craig Williams in terrific form, and he's got a strong book of rides today. Prime Address took the outside gate, and they're set to go. First on Sky Channel Memsie Stakes Day, and they're off, and missing it was Golden Yankee. Stood there and was slow by 3. And one of the first out, Grey Alex ahead of Fonzarelli, and Prime Address is going very quickly in the early stages and had a little trouble in crossing the field. Prime Address led Grey Alex, and True Response moving up on the outside. 2 lengths to Pete the Painter settling down 4th, and behind him 2 lengths away Fonzarelli, and then 1 to Tarbob Iteram. Golden Yank has picked them up and gone past 2, and their backdrop, the top weight who settled second last, and King's Landing. The leader at the 1400 Prime Address, only a neck in front of True Response. More than 2 lengths to Grey Alex third, and 2 lengths to Prime Address. Another 2 away is Iteram on the inside of Fonzarelli, and then a length and a half to Tarbob, followed by backdrop Golden Yak and King's Landing last on top of the hill. They're inside the 1200. Prime Address, the leader, is not having it his own way though. True Response is making him work, and they're running the field along, and they lead by 3 lengths to Grey Alex. 2.5 lengths to in 4th placing then is Pete the Painter. 2 lengths Iteram on the inside of Fonzarelli, 2 Tarbob, and then backdrop on the rails. 3 further back in the field then is King's Landing on the inside of Golden Yank. True Response went to the lead and then slowed the tempo, so Pete the Painter took off down the side, and Pete the Painter at the 800 went to the lead. Prime Address in trouble trying to get off the heels of True Response, who's weakening. He's pushed Prime Address back to about 6 now. Pete the Painter by a length to Grey Alex, and Fonzarelli whipped up quickly to 3rd. Tarbob's made his move too. He's gone up 4th, and now Prime Address 50 inside. Iteram is next, followed by King's Landing. True Response dropping out, backdrop second last, and Golden Yank. Pete the Painter led before the turn, about a neck in front. From on the outside, Grey Alex and Fonzarelli. Prime Address just behind the leader now, and they're followed by Iteram, who's running on well, and Tarbob struggling a bit round the turn. Pete the Painter led from Grey Alex, Prime Address on the inside. Iteram and Fonzarelli wider out at the 200, and Pete the Painter the leader. Iteram's running on well. Iteram raced now to Pete the Painter with Prime Address in the middle and Fonzarelli the outside. Iteram in front, Fonzarelli coming at him from Prime Address. Iteram, Prime Address, Fonzarelli. Iteram with his head in front, and Iteram. Iteram's just wanted a photo, either Prime Address or Fonzarelli the minors. Pete the Painter just missing a place, and then came backdrop Grey Alex, King's Landing, Tarbob, a long break to True Response, and Golden Yak was last to salute. Iteram, ridden by Matthew Gatt, looks to have taken out a narrow one in the first of the day.
Racing now. One of the first to go was Spring Day from the outside. Megan's Luck on the fence began quickly, and Straight Wilders between that pair third early. Wichita pinged out in 4th, and Curio Jade 5th on the inside of Armadeo, followed by Emperor Poe. And last of all is Jan's Return to the 850 metres mark, and Spring Day on the outside, and Megan's Luck went together 2.5 to Straight Wilder. A length away Wichita, 2 lengths away Armadeo, 1.5 to Curio Jade, a neck to Jan's Return on the outside, and 2 to Emperor Poe. These 2 are going fast. 650 out. Megan's Luck on the inside, and Spring Day. They're out by 3 to Straight Wilder. Wichita's in a great spot, 4th the outside. A couple to Armadeo. Curio Jade's giving them a big start, turning for home. And then came Jan's Return and Emperor Poe in the straight. Megan's Luck and Spring Day coming back to them. Here's Wichita and Armadeo coming on the outside. Here's Curio Jade. She's putting herself in the race now, and then came Jan's Return. Wichita hit the front 200 out from Spring Day, Armadeo, and Curio Jade on the outside's getting home hard, but Wichita broke away, 100 to go. Curio Jade getting to second from Armadeo, but it's all Wichita, and Wichita raced away in the end and won it easily by 2 3/4 lengths. Curio Jade second, Armadeo third. Then came Jan's Return, Spring Day, Straight Wilder, Emperor Poe, and last time in the race was Megan's Luck. Number 4, Wichita is the winner.
And we're all set for the running of the first. Starter moving around to his platform on what is an absolutely glorious day weather-wise. King of Atlantis, the inside runner, just fidgety. The gates open this time and they've jumped in a good line. Out wide on the track away very quickly was Hoisted looking for the early lead. Angry Jat and a laid out wide on the track, and also London House into stride very quickly. Canute settles fifth on the inside of Lucky Bear. Perpetual Check racing 3 wide, a length away King of Atlantis. Third last the inside from French Legend. And Ocean Run being taken back to the tail of the field by Dyers last of all. Racing up to the 1100 metres mark, and Hoisted went to the front. Moving up to its girth, Allied. Angry Jat racing third on the inside, a length away London House and Canute. They were followed by Lucky Bear. Wide on the track, Perpetual Check over King of Atlantis, French Legend, and 2 lengths to at the tail of the field Ocean Run, spotting the leaders 8 or 9 lengths. Off the back at the 800 metres mark, and Hoisted given a breather, led a half length Allied. 2 lengths away Angry Jat, London House the outside, Canute fifth inside of moving up quickly on the outside is Lucky Bear. Perpetual Check was next from King of Atlantis, French Legend, and Die going forward on the NZ, and now Ocean Run last, but a fair way from the leaders. On the bend, 450 out, Hoisted in front of a laid, leads by a neck. 2 lengths away London House, Lucky Bear peeling wide, then Angry Jat, Canute, further back Perpetual Check, King of Atlantis, and Ocean Runners last of all and being hard ridden at the 300 metres mark, and Lucky Bear on the outsides coming after the leaders. It's Hoisted the inside, Allied and London House, with Lucky Bear claiming them. 2 lengths away King of Atlantis and Perpetual Check. Lucky Bear stormed to the front at the 100. London House trying to go with Lucky Bear, and King of Atlantis sprouting wings the outside, but Lucky Bear's in front, and Lucky Bear comes back to his best form today to win. King of Atlantis second, Photo third, London House or Canute. Perpetual Check, Ocean Run never sighted from our laid, French Legend. They were followed by Hoisted, and Angry Jat was last home. Well, he returned to something like his best form today, Lucky Bear.
Feeling the pinch, and they were followed by Wisteria Walk, Time to Try, Switchmaster struggling at that point, Taylor's Bridge improving between horses, saving ground. Out wide was Olympic Gold from Keep the Lover and My Mentor, but there's only about 5 lengths first to last as they pack around the home turn, where it's Westphalia from Delbra the outside. Ship of Dreams under pressure, the rail from Wisteria Walk. Taylor's Bridge has popped its question and runs on fairly well behind them. Wide out then Olympic Gold and Time to Try. In the straight, Ship of Dreams comes back at Westphalia. Delbra's gone, and now Wisteria Walk. Taylor's Bridge I don't think can win. Wisteria Walk goes to Ship of Dreams with about 100 to go. The mare in front, Wisteria Walk, Ship of Dreams. Now Taylor's Bridge lifting when it's all too late, and Wisteria Walk wins ahead. Second, Ship of Dreams. Close up third, Taylor's Bridge. Time to Try and Switchmaster were back behind those. Olympic Gold ran on. So did Ackeraw King. Keep the Lover was out very deep on the track. Delbra knocking up back near the inside. My Mentor never got into the race today. Saffron King was one of the last ones home, and Westphalia beating a few in.
Wisteria Walk the winner over Ship of Dreams is well and truly in full swing now. Caulfield race number 2, $3.30 for number 1, Accept. We have $7.20 for number 2, Tinaka Dua, $4.50 for number 6, Charlie for Craig Williams, $6.40 for number 7, Dane Quillo. Let's now take you to Greg Miles for the call of race 2 in Melbourne.
Just the last couple to move in here, Nick, for the Thomas North Handicap, and on course Accept is the favourite. It's got out about a point on track, but it is the favourite ahead of Trelay and Dane Quillo. Tinakadua coming up into line. She's been a noted drifter, but she has a good record fresh and at this track. Tinakadua joins them. Accept took the outside gate, and they're ready to go, 1100. Off they go. Now Accept knuckled a little over on the outside when the starter hit the button. Drop Anchor was the first to bounce out. Lucky Rule hustling through on the inside to take it up. Such a pleasure. Jump well, Dane Quillo just behind them the inside, and then Rossetti Gold. About a length and a half to Tinakadua, Fire Lake, and then Whiskey Glow on the inside. A length Trelay, who's a good way back. Accept is on her outside, and about 5 or 6 lengths at least to My Life. Coming to the 600 metres now. Drop Anchor outside of Lucky Rule, the 2 leaders. Such a pleasure fighting the riders going up on the outside, and then Dane Quillo and Rossetti Gold together. On their outside is Fire Lake and 2 Tinakadua, Whiskey Glow. Accept out 3 wide. 2 Trelay, who's second last coming to the home turn, and 4 to My Life. Lucky Rule and Drop Anchor turn the bend together, with Drop Anchor in the yellow colours going fractionally the better. Rossetti Gold behind them from Such a Pleasure, and on the outside is Fire Lake. Rossetti Gold and Such a Pleasure having a bump. It's Lucky Rule the inside fighting on at the 150. Lucky Rule about a half in front of Drop Anchor. Fire Lake running on from Rossetti Gold, and Accept leaving it late. Lucky Rule in front, Fire Lake coming at it. Lucky Rule, Fire Lake wide apart, and little in it between Lucky Rule and Fire Lake. Whiskey Glow might have got through near the inside to grab third. Accept out wide is in that photo. They're followed by Drop Anchor, and just behind her, My Life has made up ground on the inside. Next is Dane Quillo, and they're followed by Tinakadua and Such a Pleasure. Trelay never came into the race. She was one of the last to go over the line. Stand by for numbers here. It's a photo. Well, I'm not sure about this. They're too wide apart to be sure. Lucky Rule, who'd led over on the inside. 1100 metres has often found her out. And right on the post, Fire Lake has come at her hard on the outside. Pretty hard to tell from that one. That's not a true angle. She might have held on, though, on the inside. We've just got a photo finish freeze frame here, and I think you'll find the inside will get it, Lucky Rule, at a good price. $40.20 and $8.10, actually. Fire Lake's on her outside. There it is now. Lucky Rule, the inside, will get the verdict over Fire Lake. So it'll be 11.
All set now. Started moving around. They're racing. Babu's Boy and Our Man's Joy and Praise Indeed, the slowest to get going. Ray's Dream won the start. Count Remy showing speed. Nias out wide and Crows Before Dawn will settle fourth. A length to Seen Before Diabolical. 2-2 Our Man's Joy. Babu's Boy on his inside and 4 or 5 away Praise Indeed. The top weight can't go the early speed. He's a conspicuous last. At the 1100 metres mark, and Count Remy straight up on the outside of Ray's Dream to get a half in front. Crows Before Dawn moves up 1 off the fence, and that shuts Nias out 3 wide. 2 lengths Seen Before, Diabolical inside him. 2 lengths to Our Man's Joy, Babu's Boy, and 3 away to the Brisbane Cup winner, Praise Indeed, spotting the leaders 10 lengths. Coming down the side of the track, and Count Remy now crosses, rolls onto the paint and leads the way with Nias going up to his girth. A length away, Ray's Dream, then Crows Before Dawn, Seen Before outside Diabolical. They were followed by Babu's Joy, Our Man's Joy, and 5 away, Praise Indeed. 600 metres out before the bend. Count Remy in front. Nias is going up to put some pressure on him. A length away, Ray's Dream, Crows Before Dawn. The grey about to peel wide, then Seen Before, Diabolical, the cerise colours. Babu's Boy running on, well back, Our Man's Joy under pressure, and 5 away is Praise Indeed at the 300 metres mark, and Count Remy's the leader. Ray's Dream, the fence coming at him from Nias. Diabolical's about to dive through in the centre, and here's Seen Before and Crows Before Dawn the outside. It's Ray's Dream in front. Diabolical's coming at him, and Seen Before swamping the lot of them. Seen Before, Crows Before Dawn, Diabolical and Ray's Dream. Seen Before hit the lead. Diabolical lunge, tight one. Diabolical or Seen Before. Third, Crows Before Dawn from Ray's Dream. Babu's Boy, Our Man's Joy, then Count Remy. Further back in the field are Nias, and Praise Indeed was last. Good finish, that one.
On the side and heading for the long run in, the leader still Rainbow Tie, hasn't been really extended yet, leads by 2.5. Second placing Samato travelling within itself. Then came Jabaisu about to rev around them, and they were followed by Will Crow Caddison outside of Hell to Follow. Inside the 600 now, and the leader in the straight was still Rainbow Tie, getting a little closer. Samato and Jabaisu and Hell to Follow, and the maiden galloper Caddison joins in out widest. Will Crow on the inside looks to be struggling. Rainbow Tie is still the leader. He's throwing everything at Mato, and now Jabaisu comes at it on the outside. Held to Follow Caddison, and then Will Crow. It's still Rainbow Tie at the 200. Samato's trying hard to get to Rainbow Tie, but Rainbow Tie's in front. Samato comes at him now. Samato's wearing down Rainbow Tie, and Samato will win. Rainbow Tie fights back doggedly the inside to go under about a long neck to a half. Third with Jabaisu, Will Crow, Caddison, and Hell to Follow. Backed in late on tab figures, number 3.
Day there.
To go. Off now, Ancient City began okay on the inside. Sundust Arch went away fast, and Hawksmoor goes out fast early. Pearl Prince dropped out to be last of all as Principe Walk runs to the lead in the early stages. Lord Quickstep is caught wide, and he's improving about the middle of the field. Principe Walk led by 2 lengths Dancing Sculptor. Hawksmoor is third. Goldboom moving up fourth the outside. 1 Sundust. Then Archman on the inside, and Lord Quickstep travelling out 3 wide. 1.5 behind them. Jezebel. Ancient City is back towards the end, and Pearl Prince is around him. Onto the railway side, Gold Boom went to the lead by a length and a half at the 800. Dancing Sculptor second, Principe Walk third. Fourth is Hawksmoor, beautifully placed. 1.25 to Sundust, and then Lord Quickstep. 1.5 to Archman on the inside from Pearl Prince, who's out wide. Jezebel the centre, and Ancient City last of all. Inside the 600, Gold Boom by about 3 lengths to Dancing Sculptor. Principe Walk ahead away, and then came Hawksmoor. Lord Quickstep ridden along. On its outside now, Pearl Prince, and then Sundust when they neared the home corner, and a good way back Jezebel, Archman, and Ancient City last cornering. Round the turn, Gullboom, Principe Walk, the 2 leaders. Hawksmoor moves out for a crack at it. Lord Quickstep is 2 behind it under the whip, but running on as Hawksmoor race to the lead over Principe Walk. Hawksmoor raced about a half length on Principe Walk. More than 2 lengths back, the Lord Quickstep battling under the whip, but Hawksmoor's away and home. 100 to go. He's put 3 lengths on them now over Lord Quickstep and Principe Walk, but Hawksmoor's won it easily. Hawksmoor beat a photo for the miners. Ancient City rattled home and Lord Quickstep. There's little in that, and Principe Walk close up on the inside. Then Dancing Sculptor, and they're followed by Sundust, Archwind, Pearl Prince, Jezebel, and Gullboom knocked up. He's dropped right out to finish at the tail of the...
A lot of speed here. Speed Week goes very quickly. Zodiac Star likewise. The gates open, racing, and Glamis dropped back soon after the start. First to go would have been Speed Week, going out quickly, Brilliance, and on the inside, Zodiac Star showing speed. They were followed by Vanilla Court, Traditional just off them, then Captain Daniels, Border Lord, Lease getting back, plus by Glamis, The Fence, and Ice King. They hit the first bend, and Speed Week wanting to go keenly. He led the way by a length on Brilliance, and Zodiac Star box seating 2 away Vanilla Court. Traditional travels strongly on the inside, a length and a half to Captain Daniels, 2 lengths Glamis. She's improving inside of Border Lord, 2 lengths to Lease, spotting the leader 7 lengths, and Ice King at the tail of the field, 5.50 out. The Canberra Galloper in front. Speed Week leads the way. Brilliance at his girth and niggled at. Zodiac Star, The Fence. They were followed by Vanilla Court, running a bit of a race, and Traditional's about to be eased to the centre, and Glamis going up on the inside, starting a run. Lisa's back last at the 300 metres mark, and it's Speed Week headed off by Zodiac Star, and Traditional putting in a strong run the outside. Glamis goes between them looking for a run, and further back to Ice King. Lease winding up when it's all over, but Zodiac Star hit the lead at the 100 metres mark. Zodiac Star in front. Traditional trying to gun him down. Traditional moving up to Zodiac Star. Zodiac Star grabbed by Traditional, and he'll get up and score. Traditional's just won from Zodiac Star, and Lease zooming down the outside in a photo with Ice King for third. Glamis a good run on her debut back. They were followed by Captain Daniels. Then came pulling up very quickly Speed Week in company with Brilliance, Vanilla Court, and the last one was Border Lord. He looked at treat in the yard, Traditional.
Ankles, and even deeper joining him was Die Dancer just off the speed La Dance. We're dancing on the outside and pushing up in the centre. Recollection followed 2 lengths almost away, then to Spirituality. Going through on its inside was Expressions, and they were followed 1.5 off them by Die Dancer on the inside of Right Royal. Negotiating the first turn, coming onto the side, and the leader was Die Dancer now, and Die Dancer kicks out to lead. She's out about 2.5 in front of Oakstream, quietly ridden second. Third, Twinkles outside of La Dance. They were followed at the 800 on the side by Wirra Dancing, who's got in one closer now with on its inside Recollection. Further back behind those then on the outside Spirituality. Back to the inside of that horse Expressions. A length away but starting to improve now is City Dollar, and last of all is Right Royal, hard ridden. Around the home turn under 500 to go, and the leader Die Dancer from Oakstream, who's moved up very quickly to it and quickly put it aside. Out on the outside Twinkles, the maiden, is running a nice race. Back behind them La Dance, and they were followed then by Wirra Dancing and also Recollection, but Oakstream with a touch of class sailed away at the 200 by a half, 3/4. Twinkles was running a big race, this maiden galloper, then coming on the inside La Dance, and wider out Recollection, but Oakstream has started to open up in the last 50 or 60, and this classy fella will run away and bolt in. Oakstream goes on to score by 2.5 Twinkles. Spirituality's there for third with Recollection and La Dance the inside in a 3-way go. Got home late, Spirituality. There's a win for it shortly. They were followed further back behind them by Expressions. Back there, City Dollar. Wirra Dancing was wide for a fair bit of the way, and they were followed further back behind those by Right Royal towards the tail of the field as they eased down after the third of the day, and Expressions, as mentioned, also in that group. Last one home was...
The Barter Bride for Sam Hyland, 7.20. Hit and Run, 6.40 for Luke Curry. Arc It Up for Darren Gauchi, 6.20. No Mystery at 10. Good luck, punters. Here we go for the Revette Mares handicap over the mile. Here's Greg.
Right, Nick, well, they're going to need some luck here. It's 5's the field on the tote as they move up with Hit and Run, the favourite, at $6 and $2.50. That's Arc It Up going up in the red, white and blue colours. But in this very open affair, top pick Hit and Run, Arc It Up would be the second elect, number 4. No Mystery, also well tried. Shanganay's in the market. Crystalero, well in the market, but I tell you what, she looks like she needs the run. Second up from a break here. She is a second up winner over the course and distance. Her class will take her a long way, but she'll certainly be improved by her outing today. Hit and Run, well tried. Luke Curry. Brett Preble has finished second from his first 3 rides so far. So he'll be hoping for things to improve. Hasn't got a ride in this. Rubbly Lass moved in now. They're all locked away and set to go. The Revette, 1600 first leg of the quaddie. All clear's been given and they're off, and Listening's Joy away okay with Arcade Up and Crystalero. Royal Centurac began okay as they settle down. Hit and Run easing back with No Mystery, and they've gone about 200 metres with Flirty Bird going to a narrow lead. Royal Centurac moved up her outside. Listening's Joy dropped in third behind them and then moved up on the outside as Quiet Style into fourth placing. About a half a length away to Arcade Up, and then Crystalero trying to get in. About a length behind her in the field, No Mystery on the outside of Hit and Run, and then Shanganese, the Barted Bride. Rubbly Lass. Oh, Shanganese dipped and nearly fell. She got into trouble there. Must have got onto the heels of one in front at the 1100 there. Lamormony is back second to last, and Red Nelda coming along now, about 900 left to go. Royal Centurac, the leader, a half in front. Quiet Style is second. 2 lengths to Flirty Bird. 1 to Arcade Up fourth. A length and a half to Crystalero outside. Listening's Joy. The Barted Bride around them. 2 lengths Hit and Run on the inside, and they're followed by No Mystery, Rubbly Lass, as Hit and Run continues to get rails runs along the inside there. Shanganese a good way back. Lamormony and Red Nelda's about 3 last. 500 left to go now. Royal Centurac a neck in front of Quiet Style. Flirty Bird running on third. Hit and Run right behind them, 2 lengths away. Then the Barted Bride, Listening's Joy, Arcade Up and No Mystery on the rails when they corner, with Crystalero next out wide. Round the bend, and Quiet Style moved up to Royal Centurac. Flirty Bird under the whip, and Hit and Run can get a run through. Crystalero's pulled right to the outside in the pink cap. It's Quiet Style about a neck in front of Royal Centurac at the 200. Hit and Run 2 lengths away, running on fairly from Listening's Joy, Crystalero, but Quiet Style is well clear with 50 to go. Quiet Style for Lucas Dowson, 2 in front end. Quiet Style wins it. Crystalero might have got up and grabbed second from Royal Centurac over on the rails, and Hit and Run between them. Then No Mystery and Listening's Joy. They're trailed by Shanganese, Rubbly Lass. Further back in the field, at the head of the others, Lamormony, Arcade Up, Flirty Bird, the Barted Bride, and Red Nelda was last of all. Quiet Style, the winner, number 11, ridden by Lucas Dowson. Just her second victory. Riding up on the pace, and she's been too good, number 11. Got in on the tote to $11 even and $3.70. She was a good deal shorter than that on track. She was 8s to 9s at one stage of betting. She's won that race pretty easily. Now the minor end of the prize again. We've got a photo here. Crystalero's run on very well. I fancy she might get second on the outside. I think next time she does come to hand very quickly, but she did need this outing today. Quiet Style's won the race easily. She's a canny lad from Aspired, green and the white cap, driving away. Now the minors is Crystalero the outside, Royal Centurac the rail, and between them is Hit and Run. Crystalero will get second, I'd say. Here are the numbers official. Yes, she's got second, and third on the rails, Royal Centurac. So 11, 1, 6, 3 and 5. Minors are up. Crystalero second, Royal Centurac third, 11, 1 and 6 official, 11, 1 and 6 Quiet Style, Crystalero and Royal Centurac. Well, she hasn't made winning a habit, Quiet Style. Just having a look through, that was a fourth run back in. She's improved at each start that she's had in this preparation, but her only win was a midweeker at Sandown in September of 1997 on a slow track. Maybe she's starting to like the dry ground. Anyway, she looked impressive in doing it today. 11, 1 and 6 on race.
Move up. Pleasure Giver about to move forward. Trained by Johnny Morrish at Randwick. Brian York has the reins. And he has been the medium of very good support to win this race. Proud looked in good order going to the start. Whatever he does today, he's going to improve on. But I thought he'd be able to get up near the lead fairly easily. Now, Masked Party moving. Starter is at his platform. They're all set to jump in what is a very wide open betting race. Pleasure Giver's the one they've backed on track. All set. It's a good line. They're racing. Confiscate near the inside, and Masked Party out wide on the track. Came out like a rocket. Notoire away quickly, and Kidlat showing speed over Perfect Rapture. Ballerina caught wide in the early stages. Specialised getting back. My Halo broke on the inside, and in the centre is Prowl. He was only fairly away, and he's back worse than centre field. 2 lengths away in the field to Pleasure Giver, Bazille Bay, Coogee Walk, and at the tail is Blazing Steel. 700 metres out, and Kidlat went to the front. He leads the way with Masked Party travelling at his girth the outside. Then Then came Notoire, third the fence, a length further back, Valerina. Perfect Rapture wide on the rail, Confiscate. Then came Prowl, well back, Specialise. Coogee walks back near the tail of the field as they turn the bend with Pleasure Giver and Bazille Bay in the straight. And Kidlat shifting ground leads the way. Notoire on the fence coming at it. Mass Party under pressure. Confiscate's about to burst through in the centre. And further out on the track, running on is Valerina and Specialise behind them. Notoire hit the lead. Confiscate's after Notoire at the 100. Notoire drew clear. Confiscate's now out after him. Notoire in front. Confiscate slowly but surely gunning him down, and he'll get up and win. Confiscate, great first up record, and he wins from Notoire, and Blazing Steel flying for third from Kidlat, and then Pleasure Giver. Specialise was next from My Halo Break, Bazille Bay. They were followed by Coogee Walk, Masked Party, Perfect Rapture, Valerina, and last of all, and just going over the line now, Prowl. There looks to be a problem with the Golden Slipper winner as he pulled up.
The side they race, and here the leaders are Peacherino the inside, Made to Order the outer. They're a length in advance as they come down to the 600 metre mark by Contracts. St Clemens Bell on the inside, just needing a run, travels softly. In between them, Dangerous Reef, 1.5 break to Hey Hero, 2 to Delegate. They were followed on the inside by Receptor, taking a shortcut. Wider out Famous Pirate and Mr. Devolta. Down to the 400 and out wide on the track. Contracts goes with Dangerous Reef. They come after this leader, and the run is now there for St Clemens Bell. She's after this leader, Dangerous Reef, who beat off Made to Order. St Clemens Bell is now being ridden along. Dangerous Reef is hanging on grimly. I tell you what, St Clemens Bell is not going to make enough headway, and Dangerous Reef is going to knock this favourite off easily. In fact, Made to Order might even claim second. I think it has. Dangerous Reef clearly from Made to Order and St Clemens Bell. They were followed further back behind them by Receptor, late through along the inside. Now waiting for them to come back into my view. Out deep on the track is Contract.
Between Willoughby and Dane River.
Right, Nick, and on course Willoughby has been backed into favouritism, whilst Dane Ripper has been quite a drifter on course. She's the second elect in the race. Third line of betting held by Umrum, who's come in for select support there. But the top pick now is the West Australian Willoughby. Paul Harvey on board, who was second in the race last year on Bradson, and he's unbeaten on Willoughby. 4 rides for 4 wins. So they're the top ones. There's Markham about to come in, obviously not wanted. He's a 50 to 1 chance, hasn't started since the Melbourne Cup. No money really for Brave Prince, who's going up there now. Had an interrupted preparation in the autumn. Lavolta goes in. She won the Strappers Prize, best presented horse in the race. Now Markham comes up into line. They're nearly set. Saboom, who won the race 2 years ago, placed in the Manicato a fortnight back. And we wait Willoughby to take the outside gate. Here's Willoughby coming upfield, nearly ready. Plusker, the inside runner for the Sky Channel Memsie. They're all locked away. Set to break. Ready. 1400 at Group 2. They're off. Starter sent them away pretty well too. Plusker hunted out of the gates, jumped in front of Dane Ripper. Umrum. Willoughby scorching up, and second coming is settling handy to the leaders, with Sir Boom getting up to be about 5th when they settle fully into stride now. And it's Willoughby racing up on the outside to go to the lead early. And the Western Australian for Paul Harvey set up 2 lengths on Plusker. Second coming is third, and Sir Boom's whipping